Yo, what up, what up, what up? This your boy, Rude Boy Crypto, coming live and direct, blasting through on 3 platforms right now. We have Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch has been re-added to the stream. So yeah, I want to thank you all very much for being here. As you can probably tell from the title, the mystery guest has now been revealed. Okay. So congratulations to everybody who entered into the Twitter competition. Only if I right I saw, but so just to introduce, yeah, okay, I'm just getting issues here of messages from my computer saying that the my webcam has unexpectedly stopped, but hopefully you can still hear me, so I'll continue on. But this man is a guy that I have a lot of respect and admiration for. Um, he calls himself the father of power zerps, okay, which is on his Twitter page. But he is also known for bringing out some awesome collections to the XRPL, namely on XRP Cafe. He is an XRPL validator caretaker. We can talk to him more about that and maybe get some the finer technical details on that as well. He is an artist, not only an AI artist, but he has created his own pixel collection, which are the Power Zerps, of course. And he is, I believe, a tech head, a developer, and some other interesting uh, things in store as well, which I'm not going to reveal right now. You're going to have to watch the live stream, the broadcast, to find out what else this man has up his sleeve and what's in store for the future, guys. Also, if you want to join his Discord, you can do so at bit.ly/EKIS. So it's bit.ly/EKIS. That'll bring you to his Discord, okay? But do that after the show, or do it now on your phone if you're watching this on your laptop. Do stick around for the live stream, and we have 10 XRP to give away. I have an NFT to give away from the Power Zerps collection, and I'm going to bring the man of the moment up onto the stage right now. This is mi hermano, my brother. I
Hello,
hope I'm pronouncing your name
hello.
correctly. Is it XRP, or how do you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's like that. XRP is how XRP sounds in Spanish. Thank you for
Ah,
thank you for having me. Your nice words. Pleasure, my pleasure. Be here. Thanks for the invitation.
beautiful. I'm just gonna, because I was wondering about this name, okay? And I was like, where is this coming from? And literally just the second when you said it, it makes sense, okay? XRP, XRP. That's genius.
Yeah, it's an easy one. I was thinking about something more intelligent, but the easy way sometimes is the easiest. No.
Beautiful, man. That's fantastic. I love how your mind thinks. Um, you because what I like about you is that you cover like both ends of the spectrum of say like the technical aspect, the developer side of things, but also very creative in even artistic. It's like you're using the both sides of the brain, the left and the right, like a whole spectrum kind of being. Would that be fair to say?
Well, you are being very generous with your words. I'm just a learner, like everyone. It's true that as developer, I have been my studies. I'm computer engineer for studies, but all my life I have been working in the banking system from the beginning. But my developer role it has been abandon it more or less. I never like code by myself. Now after the COVID, I started again to think about starting to solve small problems, and I have been a XRP user for from probably 2017, I think, and I have been a user as everyone. Last year or this year, I thought that maybe it was a wonderful idea to start to do small things, like start to tweeting and try to share what the real OGs have been working all the time and stop all these riddlers and all these fights with other creators. And I think it's time to others to help to the real builders. That's why I started with the XRPL NFTs with artificial intelligence, because I don't feel like an artist. I'm very bad in it, but thanks with Midjourney, and I started to do some tests, and I saw, well, let's start to mint some NFTs by myself. Let's start to learn. So I start to visit the XRPL Discord developers channel. People like Nixer or Wojak or a lot of people that are inside, they are very helpful with the community, but I think the community needs to start to be there too, start to learn, start to have the facts, to be polite in Twitter and start to show what XRPL is for everyone. I think it's the time for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you there. Um, what I love about, say, the XRPL as well is that it is a very wide-ranging community that is obviously lots of developers and tech side of things, but there's also people then who are bringing other creative aspects to it, um, completely different to code, but for the like, for example, like the arts, and that covers like visual arts, like audio arts, and then you have people then who just appreciate art as well. So like, um, did you say in the beginning you were in the banking system for a while?
I have been working for big banks I still work for big banks in Spain.
Right.
My duty is credit risk analyst. I
Mm-hmm.
work managing the systems that when you ask for a loan or you ask for a mortgage, there is a machine inside
Mm-hmm.
that do some maths to see if you are going to be able to pay your mortgage or your loan.
Right.
So this is my main job,
That's a
and I
profession.
have been working around that.
And where did code come into it?
Sorry.
Where did code come into it?
How do you call? Sorry.
No, where did coding? So you're saying that from 20 or from COVID you started getting back into coding, but did you do studies in coding, in programming, or where did that grow from?
Yeah, my background it was in the university. I have
Mm-hmm.
been learning Java by myself, and in the university, C++, those main language, basic language. And in
Mm.
my regular job, I use Python, SAS, that they are more for data analyst.
I hear you.
But no full code. Maybe some on Java for these engines, but it's not
Right.
something very attractive, like a very
Yeah,
big.
I hear you. So come here, you were saying that in your job you would do like risk analysis, okay? And you also said earlier on you're in XRP from 2017. I'd like to know if you had sort of brought your risk analysis into when you were approaching XRP, and did you feel that XRP, did you do sort of a risk analysis sort of take in your mind? And did you feel that XRP was a good risk to take?
I'm not like an investor, analyst, and I can do. I want to be far from this research. I don't know if you want to invest in something, is do your own research, no, like they say.
Always, of course.
And I'm not going to push someone to, hey, take XRP is going to pump or
No, 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 of course. But I'm asking from your personal perspective, did you feel that XRP was a good,
decision.
had good sort of, was a good sort of player in the field?
Oh yes, yes.
Or what was it? What was it that attracted you to XRP?
Yeah, yeah. For example, my background about crypto is I started to buy Bitcoin when the dump from 600 to 100. I
Wow.
imagine it's probably 2015 or something like that.
Mm.
And I was like, why everyone is talking about this coin, virtual coin? I think it's now the moment to invest. Later, I had to sell the 6 Bitcoins to buy a car, and it was the worst decision in my life. But I need the car for my work, so my job. So I had to do that.
Wow.
Uh,
I hope it's a good car. That
no,
was
no,
one
it's a
expensive
cheap one.
car.
It's a Ford
Ah,
Focus, and
I don't believe.
it was very early time.
No te
It's
creo.
my best regret by
Yes.
selling these bitcoins. But
That's like the guy who bought the pizza with Bitcoin.
it was a need, and I had no choice. So, no.
Yeah, I hear you.
And after that, I was listening about Ethereum. It was the first when they released, and I entered when it was $7 or $14, and I started to building a lot of miners in my home. I had a
Yes.
room full of miners,
Right.
but after the big dump in 2017-18, I sold all the GPUs because Ethereum was this time that they were planning about
A fork.
POW, the
Oh.
proof of stake, sorry. So I
Oh
thought it
yeah,
was
yeah.
a good idea to sell all the stuff.
Right.
And I was working one day, and one friend talking about Ethereum, he was like, "Hey, have you seen Bitstamp today? They have released a new coin. It's called in that time Ripple." And
Yeah,
I
right.
was, oh, I had no idea. And I was very in that time I was not very happy with Bitcoin because it was the coin, but it was very slow. You have to pay fees. It was the idea, but it was not the real deal. And I
Yes.
started to read about XRP, and I was like, this is the real Bitcoin. It's the same stuff that Bitcoin has no meaning. You don't need to have a lot of stuff like in my room that there are a lot of heat. I have to spend a lot of electric bills. It's absurd. I'm spending a lot of energy only
Yes.
for a zero in my wallet more. And XRP has this no issue. Is okay. We have this ecosystem that doesn't need mining, proof of stake. For me, it was the okay. This is my hobby now. It's going to be my not my life, but if I have to be a hooligan of something, it's going to be XRP. I have no doubts. No, it was the first time I had no doubts, and still now I have been in Spain. It's not a coin very famous. It is hated like in everywhere, but in Spain I think it's more, and I don't see a lot of people following the coin and the technology, and I still believe is. Give a chance, check how it works, and you are going to change your mind. No, I think it's very interesting. And after that, I fall in love of XRP, And I have been a
Yes.
lot of years in the shadows, reading Twitter, checking forums. And yeah, this year or last year, I started to. I was afraid about my English because, as you can see, it's not very good. But I was okay. Let's try to chat with the English community because the Spanish community is very small or is inexistent.
Right.
And now I'm here talking to you about NFT collection I built in this year.
Yes. Beautiful. That's beautiful. First of all, I mean, everybody who is a non-native English speaker thinks that their English isn't very good, but I mean, you're after having a full-blown conversation here and explaining everything in perfect detail and understandable. So as an ex-English, can you still hear me, please? Can you still hear me?
Now, yeah, yes.
Oh, did I cut out for a minute? See,
Sorry?
I'm not sure if my audio. So the computer is
Yeah.
telling me that my camera went, but I'm not sure if my audio continues or does the
Camera still, your audio still.
right. Okay, I wasn't sure if my if
Okay.
when the camera goes, if you can still hear me because my microphone is actually a separate piece from the camera.
Okay, no,
Um,
everything is fine now.
cool, perfect. So what was I going to say to you? Yeah, so from my experience as an English teacher, I was actually teaching English in Spain for 4 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, up in El Norte in Cantabria. Um, and from my experience, what I know for a fact is that obviously there's different levels of like people's how well people can speak English or different languages. Um, but what I've known for a fact, or what I've discovered for a fact, is that a lot of people are extremely good and very proficient in English. The only thing that they're missing is their confidence in themselves, and that comes through the experience. Okay, and the experience of talking. And this is why I also have a lot of respect for you for coming on to the live stream and speaking in this conversation, which is not in your native tongue. But I think it will be good for you as well.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, and this is what just as an encouragement to anybody who where English isn't their first language. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You will be rewarded for it, and you can only grow through the experience. What I want to ask you as well is the so you found Mid Journey.
Sorry.
What was your experience of
Because
Mid Journey?
I lost now. No, my computer screen goes
Okay,
dark. Now I'm here. Okay. Sorry. Could you repeat about Mid Journey? You were talking
no
about.
worries. Yeah, so I was just wondering about with Mid Journey, what was your sort of what was your experience like in Mid Journey and your journey through Mid Journey?
Well, I like everyone. One day, every journal, every TV was talking about ChatGPT, yeah, artificial intelligence, and for me, at the moment, at the beginning, I was not interested because I thought it was going to be a very low level of artificial intelligence. But some people close to me that is very touchy, they were, you have to try. It's not that bad. It has some quality. You must try this. So I tried ChatGPT and I was like, motherfucker, this is the new Google search.
Mm.
If I want, for example, if you are a code learner, you want to code, you want to be a developer, before this, you have to take a fucking big book and start to read some boring stuff and do a stupid exercise that you never will go to repeat.
Right,
With ChatGPT, it's like, okay, I have this problem, solve it.
right.
Maybe they are sometimes wrong, but you are in the path. You will
Mm-hmm.
be good. And with Midjourney, it's something like that. You had other engines before, like Stable Diffusion, or I don't remember very well the name, and they were a bit cranky. It was not the thing, but someone told me, try Midjourney, pay the trial, and you will see it's not that bad. And I tried, and I tried to play, and I was like, oh my god, you see, it's intelligent artificial intelligence. Some images are cranky, but okay, now you don't have to learn 2 years of Photoshop. You can start and okay, flow, do stupid things, and you will learn. No, and the best part of Midjourney is like, or others, is like you don't need because for who is listening and don't know about Midjourney, you put a sentence of what you want to show in a picture. It's called prompt, and he imagines that and show you some concepts he has. It has. So the good thing is you don't need 3 phrases, 4 phrases, 4 sentences. No, you write something like a man with a yellow hoodie, and he's going to draw a lot of rude boys, and they are going to be very cool because maybe one is kinda anime, one is kinda oil painting, and it's very cool, no? So I started to play, and I saw, okay, let's try it. There are a lot of people that is doing NFT stuff, and I was thinking, okay, this art is not valuable for me, but I was thinking about this kind of XRPL helping the ecosystem. No, it's like telling things because the people is. I was wrong, and I thought the people was not generous, but the thing is, the people is generous, but they want something in exchange. No, okay, I will help you, but make it like give me a gift, no? Give me a small cookie, no?
A token.
And the people say, okay, it's not like charity, no? You don't know the charity, for example. One of the opinions against sending money to charities, I don't know where the money is going, but is okay, you have a pencil. I will give you a pencil. You maybe don't know where the money is going, but you are going to win or earn.
At least you have something, something in exchange.
Yeah. Magically, with the NFTs, it happened the same. Okay, you have Midjourney's images, and you are helping the ecosystem, and people was very involved. I was super surprised of the kindness, how many people, because I was thinking like, okay, I will list one NFT and no one is going to buy it, and I keep for weeks and months doing this stuff because it was working. No?
Very good. What I want to just get on there is that so you found Midjourney and you started creating these art pieces, but what I think is beautiful about this is that you just took it in a different direction, which is something that I hadn't seen before, which was you were using those funds mainly to support other validators and other people who are providing services on the XRPL. And for me, that is why I was like really happy to support you and to put your name out there and to give, to share your work with other people as well. When other people saw the work, when they saw that, like it feels good to be able to give back. But like you said, it's nice to have something in return. And even when you look back on the NFTs, you see like a nice piece of art, okay? But then you also know that you also help to contribute to this whole XRPL ecosystem. And that's, for me, I think that's just, it's a beautiful sort of all-rounder. It's like, it's a holistic approach. And I just want to sort of get your take on that because, first of all, you hold or you run or you operate an XRPL validator yourself, don't you?
Yeah, it was a dream for me a few years ago, but as you know, one of the famous sentences of of David was no reward is the best reward, no, or something like that. These sentences or this system is good for me in an ethics world, no, like how a crypto could work, no. I'm not going to pay anyone. If you do this, it's because you want and you feel it, no. You feel the duty of support the network. This, in a philosophical way, it's wonderful. It's the best approach. The problem is, if I have no money, I can run a validator. And we are not talking about other infra that is needing XRPL network, like the full history notes. That, for who doesn't know about it, is when you have to take some info from the back of the history of the XRPL in the last like I don't know the word is. It's your last recourse, no? And it's very valuable because it's very expensive. One, for example, could cost like $25,000. No one that is not involved in economics or is rich or is super kind is going to run one of that. And with the validators are not as expensive. But for example, I can run one in my home, so I decide to rent a server in Spain, special for this duty, and for 2 years I have to pay 1,500 euros. It's not for everyone. No reward. It's cool, but it's not helping to others to jump, no, to the helping the infrastructure of XRPL. But there are some recurse or people that is helping, or you can send XRP to like XRPL labs that they have WIATSE address if you want to send money, and they and others, like for example Exurms NFT collection, they did a crowdfunding to buy a full history node, and it's pretty cool, but no everyone can jump to that, and it's sad because the protocol is like that. It's no reward. For my validator, now that I started with NFTs, I saw an income coming to my duty, because for who doesn't know me, I run collection for others, like, I don't know, XRPL service that who has set up a trust line or needs some transactions be done by some. They can go there for free and execute them. I don't know, BitHam that you know, or XRP Xcan, that they are explorers for XRP, and for you are free. Yeah, they have some ads. They have, I don't know, maybe they were granted by Ripple in the past, but you are using them free. I'm coming back for the validator. One path it was getting money for them, and another was to continue my labor, no, paying the main journey, paying, and I say, okay, a lot of money is coming. I could use that to run my own validator. If this income, if I keep releasing NFTs, I think I have some money to do that, and I have been lucky, and the people have been very kind, and they helped me to run this validator. And I already, thanks to everyone, I have all the 2 years paid. And now with PowerTherps, one of the part of the incomes are for the validator, and we already passed the minimum for the 2 years, and the validator is going to run for 2 years at least, and I hope a lot of years more. And if I can start to help in other ways, I will try.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. I just love the way like you're just thinking um, and getting so involved, and then just come with like creative ways to help as well. Um, Again, I just have to double check. One second. I just have to double check. Did you hear what I was saying? Because my camera cut off again.
Yeah, yeah. For you, I hear you and I see
Okay.
you.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Um, so yeah, I just love what you're doing and why you're doing it as well. It seems different from others, and again from a lot of people who have experienced different. You know, how do I put this nicely? A lot of putos on the XRPL with NFT projects where they've done like say rugs and scams and stuff. It's a breath of fresh air to have somebody who is a real person and who is involved with the community and is also like just helping and contributing back in multiple ways. Like it's nice to see it. And I think that's why people are very happy to support you. And again, as well as helping to fund and support your validator and your work, you in turn then are also giving back to other services, like you said, XRPL services and BitHump and some other validators as well. Um, I want to ask you as well with the regarding the with the Power ZERPs. Okay, um, did you? Am I correct in saying that you created this yourself by hand, pixel by pixel? Did you draw this? You drew this yourself, and then sort of
Yeah, yeah. All the basics were by me. I hired someone to continue, and later I finished it
yeah,
because I had no time to all.
right,
But yeah, the basics were mine,
right,
and later the final details were mine.
right,
But yeah, I hired someone to to like my problem is I have the idea, but I have don't know to bring it to the I don't know. Like okay, I will use this skeleton and this small
right,
head,
right,
and someone let's say give me this idea, and I say okay, I'm going to build
right.
around this, and I make it, the armors and the colors and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I released the collection.
Yes, very nice. Was there a reason why you chose that number, or was it just because there were so many different groups and it just added up to that number?
It's because much you have 29 armors.
Right.
I had designed more that, but I didn't like the end ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have one in the box. In the if one day I want to release new ones or for the next steps or power steps that maybe later we can talk about them.
Yeah.
And it was like 29 armors, 13
Mm-hmm.
colors. One is the retrobit colors.
Yes.
And after that, if you multiply 19 by 23,
Okay.
it's 10,933.
Right. Nice. So let me see. Okay, so I'm just going to show off your collection here. First of all, if you go to XRP Cafe, and you can just see here like all of your different collections. You've been a busy man. Uh, Eki Serapé. You just type in Eki Serapé. You'll find not even all, but some of his different collections. I love your thinking here as well with the phone wallpapers and just the different designs. It was very creative. But I want to get to Power Zerps. Just going to show this off for a second. So 29 different armors, 13 different colors, and 8-bit color sales will be sent as donations to the XRPL ecosystem. And unique combat stats. Hire your squad and defend the earth from evil. Very nice. Um, like you're doing extremely well, I have to say, for like one man who's created this yourself. Currently at 72% total minted. out of 10,933. That's really an accomplishment in itself already. And
It's crazy. I was thinking that probably was going to sell 100 or
right.
200.
And 553 holders. I mean, these stats are quite really amazing, and it's still going strong.
It's overwhelming. Yeah, I didn't expect
Yeah.
these numbers. To be honest, I was thinking it was going to be, yeah, like maybe 1,000 at most.
Yeah.
And people got involved, and it was, I saw authentic. If you see the rich list, people
Right.
all it's getting crazy about this concept of. The thing is, I don't really like this kind of regular collection about rarity. No, you have this base character and you dress it by a lot of customs, or
Right.
and it's something that everyone is doing. And it was like, mm, let's do something, but not the same. No, and
Right.
I have been a fan of, for example, in Europe, we are very, at least in Spain, Power Rangers
Right.
was one of
Right.
teenagers' best TV shows, at least in Spain. I don't know if in Ireland was the same.
Of course it was. Yeah, yeah. I went to see the Power Rangers in the cinema when I was younger.
Yeah, the first movie was crazy.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
was. Probably we are in the same age, so
Mm.
we were living that dream, no, of being a
Yeah.
Power Ranger. And I thought it was very cool because when I get adult, I
Yeah.
keep in track this.
Mm.
Not a fan, but I have been like, I have friends that they are really into this real Japanese TV show, no,
Right.
like Kamen Rider. I don't know if you know them, or this kind of Super Sentai. So
Right.
it was like, okay, pixel art is pretty cool, even for me that I'm a very bad artist.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do in pixel art because you can see the colors sometimes don't match very well. The helmets sometimes they are not very well designed, but it was like, it's a pretty close think about these 8 bits and 16 bits like Super NES or Nintendo or
Right.
Sega Genesis. And it was a pretty cool idea to bring this kind of armors, no, that is rarity, but it's not this kind of rarity that there is one. No, you
Mm-hmm.
have the armors that they are 29, and every helmet it's designed to be in every different body armor.
Right.
And if you don't have, okay, the rarity could be the full armors, no, that, for example, the Hawk helmet with the body armor of Hawk, but
Right.
the Hawk helmet with the Orc body armor is pretty cool too, no? Well,
Right.
the mix, it's okay, and you don't feel like, okay, I have a shitty NFT because it's not the rarity. No, it's
Right.
pretty cool. You don't have, I don't know, someone with a 3D classes. No, it's okay.
Yes.
You have your armor power serve. No, it's enough. No, you can
Yeah.
use an avatar if you want.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I thought it was a good idea. And it follows with, in the metadata, it follows with some fighting in stats.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4 that it's, I remember, okay, attack, defense, health, and magic. This is
Right.
because the XRLS 20 NFT, it's immutable. So if
Mm.
you mint one, you can't change the stats, or you can't
Right.
change the attributes or values of your NFT,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a problem. You have some tricks like Silver's collection Fix It. If you know this collection, they have this idea of, okay, instead of, because to who someone that is not well known about NFTs, we usually upload the image and the metadata, that is the info of the NFT, to IPFS. That is
Right.
some kind of hosting that is like peer-to-peer,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't need to have in a local host or in a website, in a server, from someone, and if imagine you link your NFT to a domain, no? For example, powerserves.com.
Right.
If in 1 year I close the server and I
Yes.
close the domain,
Mhm.
this NFT is not going to be shown because
Yes.
it depends of the domain powerserves.com.
Mhm.
Silvers do that, not in a bad way. I don't want to show because it's a very good idea that, okay, I will link all the attributes and all my values and all my image to my server, and tomorrow if this image evolves,
Mhm.
for example, I have a warrior and my warrior level up, he will have a, I don't know, a hat, and now you can change the image and put it your image with a hat, or if you have a stat that it's level, now you can change 3 by 4 because it's
Right.
all in your server and you can change and you are linked to this server. That has some pros and some cons. And I lost the track of why I was explaining all this. Yeah, the stats. Okay, the stats. It's,
Yes.
PowerTherp stats. I was thinking that if it was successful, one of the things it would be pretty cool was to create a combat system, like
Mm.
not maybe like Pokemon, maybe something easier, who knows? But now it's successful. Now I can do that. But imagine I have, I don't know, 100 sales. I was not going to take another step in Power Search probably. But
Yes.
now that it's successful, I can invest my time
Yes.
and my money
Uh-huh.
in this hobby
Yeah.
and now say, okay, let's create a combat system, for example. Let's create a
Right.
Discord bot and
Right.
people can start to create a squad of power serves
Yes.
and start to fight to them to the computer or to other user. No, it could be great, no, or entertainment at least.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant, and that's why I like as well as this sort of future thinking. But you're also taking it one step at a time, which is just logical thinking as well. So it's like you said, if I only sold 100, well, okay, I'll just leave it as a pixel collection. It is what it is. But now that you have had the full backing of the community, now you can actually and you want to reinvest into the project and to grow it even more, and to just that'll make it even more successful, make the NFTs more desirable, and just like this. It's like this. If you put yourself out there, you never know where the next step will take you. But you have to take that chance. But I think this whole ecosystem that you've created around Power Zerps itself has huge potential, and you've been forward thinking in the sense of with the properties, and you have all of these like attack, defense, health, magic, all these different things, body armor. I think it just says it just reminds me of say like trading cards and these sort of old like you said the old computer games as well, even like magic and different things of this where you have different stats, even like going back to like say Pokemon and just different sort of stats where the cards are fighting each other. It's like this one trumps that one, this one beats that, but you're bringing it then on to sort of a next level, as in it's not going to be cards, but it's going to be sort of based on the internet and technology based. And just I want to highlight here as well, like this collection has really taken off, surprisingly so in some areas where the current mint is it's 5 XRP. It's 70% sold out already, over 70%. But if people watching want to get some mints, you can get them for 5 XRP on XRP Cafe. Okay, but some of these pieces have really sort of exploded, and people have really sort of how do I say like jumped on board on this whole concept. We can see here where originally it minted for 5 XRP, then it was sold for 15 XRP, and then it was sold 2 days later for 589 XRP.
Crazy.
589 obviously being a special number in XRP world. But and this isn't even matching, but I know that there's definitely a huge demand for matching body armor and matching helmet. But as you said, I mean, the pieces look like awesome anyway. You can just mix and match all the different styles of helmet, and they just look like great job on the whole thing, man. It looks fantastic. Um, but guys, if you mint yourself some fresh mints, you have chances of getting these revered pieces with the high stats. So this one sold for like 589 XRP, but I can see here like it's all full. So it's like 5 attack, 5 defense, 5 magic, 5 health. Um, so again, the support I think has been fantastic. Um, what I want to look onto right now is your what is this? Okay, we have your first of all. I just want to showcase your Twitter. Okay, so if people want to follow you, they can find you at Ekiserrepe, Ekiserrepe. Okay, on Twitter. Um, you also have from there you have a link to your website and you have the link to Power Zerps on Twitter as well. Um, it's interesting. You've for only 742, which isn't bad. Okay, and Power Zerps has 985. Okay, so Power Zerps is already beating you on the follower count. Um, but here we XRP user creating NFT collections to get donations for XRP builders. 5,000 over 5,000 XRP already donated. I think that is amazing. I think like the work that you put in, the effort that you've done, is amazing in itself. So just a round of applause for that one. Um, and what the how do I say the what you're providing and giving back to the XRPL, I think is amazing and is a reason why everybody should support you. You still have some other old creations, old connection or collections with some pieces still for sale. I saw another one from the Polish collection being sold recently as well. Um, um, and the Polish collection was the Polish collection your first step into NFTs?
No, the first one was the Lofi rooms. That it was isometric room.
Oh,
That it
okay.
was the first collection. That it was the first idea, and I decided to donate everything for XRPL Labs Adobe Node.
Yeah.
But Polish Terror was maybe the third or the fourth, and it
Okay.
was that was donated for my work for the validator, and the last sales was yesterday that one guy contact me.
Right.
It results that he's from Puerto Rico.
Ah.
He told me like, okay, my dream is one day have a XRP validator, and
Right.
now I have no money right now,
Right.
but I think the closest thing I could do that is helping you to
Beautiful.
run yours.
Beautiful.
And it's warming, no, that someone far away from Spain is thinking
Mm.
how to help. He found this NFT and bought it 5 times expensive that you could buy it just
Yeah.
for helping, no, support a validator.
Beautiful. That's lovely. I think it's just it's a beautiful just like the support that you've received. I think it's just it it's commendable and just sort of shows the type of people who are on the XRP ecosystem as well. Um, I'm just going through. Can you see these pages? What I'm showing you on the screen here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your Instagram page.
Yeah,
Is
it's
this is this a timeline of your NFT creation? So this was your first one, was it?
yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
What's
It's
interesting here is that well, one the variety, but what I saw was interesting here was there's the Polish terrors,
yeah.
but these guys here. So I'm kind of seeing this crop up again, and it's kind of like it was eventually like a natural path leading to the eventual sort of rise of the power Zerps.
Yeah.
So you know these kind of things,
So Gundam feels, no, robots
right?
transformers feeling, yeah.
Lovely. I love these pieces as well. And the
Yeah, the
space,
animal collections
yeah,
were very popular.
the spaceman as well. This is one of my favorite pieces. I actually bought this one myself, and then I gave it away in a raffle as a prize to Denise, and she loves it as well. For me, this is really powerful. Like this, it's sort of like a statement. Just there's a couple of them where there's this little girl standing up against this giant, but myself and my wife actually had like a philosophical conversation about this piece.
Oh.
Yeah, because when you look at it, like you can interpret it even in different ways. So while I have you there, I just want to get your take on what do you see, or what's your take on this piece when you look at it? How do you interpret it?
The magnitude of a robot, no? It's like something very big but unknown, and a small kid that probably surprised about the 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 big this robot is and how small she feels, no? And she probably don't know that probably this machine it feels like she feels, no? Like she
Right,
this robot probably it's a good not person, no, but a good robot, an innocent one, but it looks so big and so gorgeous, no, that maybe it's dangerous, no, but maybe it's a good robot that he wants to help and not scare, no, everyone.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So the that's I definitely got that feeling from this guy as well. Is that even though he's massive and other people might be running away scared, this little girl is standing there in front of this sort of gigantic being, but you get this feeling from this guy that it's not bad, that there's goodness there, and that there's, like you said, it's almost like the same spirit inside each one, and there's a connection there as well. It's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and what one word that came up for in our conversation as well was empathy. Um, and it's just for me it's just a beautiful piece. Like it's for me it's one of those pieces where you could actually frame it and hang it up on a wall. um, Let me see. Okay, so I just noticed something earlier on as well. So just touching back on these guys, okay, and then eventually led to the Power Zerps, okay. But I noticed another connection earlier on, and it's like it's. I'm just gonna jump into it here. Um, you recognize this page?
Yeah.
So I thought this is the surprise that didn't want to announce in the beginning, but I wanted to leave this as a surprise, and maybe you can sort of talk us about this. But I also thought it was just interesting because this reminded me straight away of the Power Zerps with this helmet. But talk us about this, please.
The page, what this means, or well, this is my YouTube page for before NFT minter and a Twitter guy. I have been from my teenagers year age. I was very hip hop lover. I love rap from maybe I don't know 20 years. For me, it was a surprise because my father always show me the music of his age, no, maybe Queen, maybe Rolling Stones,
Right.
this rock music. One day I was in the school and someone sent me a CD and it was hip hop and
Right.
like what is this? No,
Mm.
and I fall in love because it was it's a kind of music that is not pop. Well, now yes, it's pop, but it was like okay, it's a loop of boring music and someone talking a lot, no,
Right.
and showing their deepest thoughts that probably they could be banned in a pop song. And I fall in love that all the topic of every hip hop music is the lyric, no? Okay,
Yes.
some instrumentals are pretty awesome, but
Mm-hmm.
the MC has to be skilled enough to make a hit, no?
Right.
And after a lot of years trying to rap by myself, I never got the chance, because I don't know if for you happens the same, but you have a lot of friends that they will record rap, they will write rap, but they never end writing rap or recording rap. And when I started to work, one of my teenager dream was record some music. And at that moment, I had money to go to a cheap record studio
Yes.
and buy some beats to someone, and I started to record. And
Yes.
I started this small hobby career of rap. No,
Yes. So you actually got them professionally recorded in a studio.
well, not in a professional. I have been in, I don't know, home studios that they ask for money, but they are not
Oh, I
fancy.
hear you. I hear you.
Now, with the COVID, I bought an expensive microphone, and I record myself when I want to record something.
Okay, so you started doing home recordings yourself, did you?
Yeah.
Nice. And what app did you use, or what program to say do the recording?
Ableton.
Ableton. Okay.
Ableton, or yeah, no, it's pronounced Ableton.
Ableton. Yeah. And come here, because I know that you created music as well. Did you create these beats yourself?
Yeah, those que llegue el apagón, the
Yeah.
first one video, the beat is mine. Yeah.
Okay. This translates something like "Bring on the blackout" or something like that, is it?
Yeah. It was the time that after COVID, everyone was scared because it was going to be a breakdown, and no one had electricity at home.
Right.
That happened.
Yeah.
And this song is about, I hope this happens to the world ends, because I'm tired of everything. No?
Right. Yeah. Nice one. I think it's fantastic. Just the expression. I always love to hear sort of new music. Do you mind if I play this song
No, of course.
while we're on live stream?
Feel
Okay.
free.
So just give me a second here. And just talk to us about the sort of your journey through that, because I saw that your initial the very first video you created was like 6 years ago, was it?
Sorry, my music, sorry.
The
Yeah.
first music video on YouTube there was 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
it was, I don't know, I have the records here. No. It was pre-COVID, yeah, probably, yeah, 6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started recording some small tracks. Later, I decided to have my first tape, and it was called The Neighbor Number 13. That is also the name of a manga. I recommend it because it's from an author that is very involved of hip hop culture, and all his works are around hip hop, or have small details, like the t-shirts are, for example, of the characters are from Wu-Tang, or I don't know, these small details he has. No,
Right.
after this tape, I decided to have the second one that is called Granizo, that is hail in English. And after that, I decided to do the third one that it's called, I don't remember the, sorry, Nacer Muriendo, that is, the translator could be to get bright dying, no? Like when you get
Nacer
born, but you are
Muriendo.
dying.
Right.
Later, I published some songs. I had a collab with a Californian guy called Yoshio, Japan Live, and we create this song called California to Spain.
Right.
And after that, I released this song, Que Llegue el Apagón, and Kino. Kino, probably, and Que Llegue el Apagón are my peak songs,
Yeah.
or that have enough quality to show them, because my quality is not enough to to show to everyone. I'm not very proud of this part of my life. I love it, but
Yeah.
I'm not very proud to show because I think they have no enough quality.
Which ones? The older songs, is it?
Yeah, this, my oldest one. Yeah, this
Yes,
is
I
fine. This
hear.
is
I hear
fine.
you. But what I think is nice is to see the growth, and for me, that's what makes it special because people can connect and relate to you, and it's nice to see the journey. Like for example, if you look at like Eminem, for example, or all these big stars, you see like when you see videos of when they were just starting out, it's nice, it's interesting to see that, and then you see the progression because that shows a realness and it shows a development in skill and art. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's amazing how someone when he start to believe in him and
Yes.
he start to have some money to because I think one part is talent, of course, of a
Right.
musician, but other is the money you have to develop your skills.
Mm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not the same. Probably Eminem with the best beat makers in the world, with
Right.
the best studios
Mm-hmm.
and people mixing the music that you or me mixing at home,
Yes.
no? But one luck thing in Spain that is not happening now with internet, NFTs, music, and I think in the American world, it's like people is not afraid of collab. It's
Yes.
people is very generous and they don't mind about your status and
Yes.
they try to okay you like make music I like make music let's do music
Yes.
in
Beautiful.
Spain it's like oh you are not good enough I will not collab because probably my fame is going to collapse
Right.
and
Right.
it's sad because everyone starts no in one level and maybe he's not for that but it's not going to harass
Mm.
your humor, no? It's not going to be, and it's sad
Yeah.
that I didn't find in my time people to collab. It's funny that, for example, someone from America
Yeah.
like it, or I have a friend in Chile that he started to like my beats and he started
Mm.
to make their own tapes, and I saw it. Oh, it's cool having my beats in good songs and they don't care about who you are. If you are 30 in your 30s, if you are teenager, they don't care. They want
Yes.
to do music.
That's cool.
Uh,
Exactly, because it's about the art.
and I think the new kids in the block they are doing that. No, I don't care. You do
Right.
music.
Yes.
And I think the old fathers we are more worried about no, this is going to be bad for me, no, or
Right.
at least in my space is what I live and it's sad, but
Right. Uh-huh. I hear you, man. Um, the art, do you know the art for California to Spain? Who created that art? Was that you or somebody else?
no, I had a trip in before COVID. I went to Lithuania to write my third album.
Oh, yeah.
I take some vacations and I rent an apartment and I say I will stay for 2 weeks in Lithuania in Vilnius
Mm-hmm.
and I met a girl there and she was an artist that she do this kind of collage
Yes.
and I asked her, "Hey, I have this song. I think your art could be a good idea." And
Right.
if you go to the details, her Instagram is there. If
Oh,
someone
yeah.
wants to check it, is Igne Pica. She also plays the cello. Art Igne,
There, is that her?
yeah,
Hello,
Valentina. Okay,
Valentina, yes. Oh, Igne Picala. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I see it there.
She's a professional musician.
Nice. She plays the cello as well. Beautiful. And come here, tell me, because when I first saw this name, okay,
Yeah.
uh, this is an Irish name, okay, and if that
Yeah,
name was in
I
Ireland,
think it's yeah,
it's called Sean,
yeah,
but in Spanish it's Sean, which is something
yeah,
like to be or something, is it? Or what's it
yeah.
mean?
It's, my full name is Jose Antonio,
Okay.
and if you cut in the middle,
Ah,
uh,
S-A-N, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because all my friends call me Josean. It's the
Ocean.
surname of Jose Antonio.
I got you.
the first graffiti I did, I have no idea what to tag it, and
Yes.
I say Sean.
Sean, yes.
The problem is when you talk with someone English speaker,
Yes.
he thinks it's Sean, no?
Sean, exactly. Yeah. Very good. But I put S because I was like, surely his name isn't Sean, okay? But then I put it into Google Translate and it said that SEAN is a Spanish word, something like bee. So
Yeah,
what is
it's
it?
the third plural of to be, yeah.
Of to be as a singular or no plural of like
Plural,
we.
plural. It's like a order, no? A imperative.
Oh, okay.
Sean ustedes, no?
Sean is, but
Second, but no.
yeah, but so how would you translate it as be? Does it mean like we are, or
you be,
you
no?
be? Okay.
Or I don't know if it fits in English, but
Or we be.
you be, no? But in a plural, no? You.
Okay, sean as in you plural be.
Yeah,
Se-
yeah. You have to exist, no? You be, no?
Right. Yeah. But was this going through your mind? Did this ever cross your mind as you were when you saw like SEAN?
No. It's
That-
now your idea. No.
Oh, okay. No, because I love this. I love this sort of stuff.
No, it's a pretty cool story. Maybe I have to copy that.
Yeah, dude, you can use that one. I like it, man. Because there's a lot of depth in it, even if you unbeknownst to yourself. But maybe that was
yourself, yeah.
subliminal.
You yourself, no?
Yeah, man. No? I like it, man. Okay, so I'm going to play this song now for a second. We'll just give it a listen. Give the guys a taste of another
lyrics. If you think, I think I write the lyrics. If you in English, I think.
You say it again?
I think I put the lyrics in the music. If you go to subtitles.
Yes.
So maybe you can see in English.
Oh, you uploaded them into English already, did you?
Okay.
Yeah. So you uploaded them yourself, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Because I had actually this prepared from earlier on, and I put on the English subtitles, and I wanted to ask you if the subtitles were correct, because I wasn't sure if it was your subtitles or if it was
No.
YouTube.
I think it's art translate. I don't remember if I write for this song, but
Right.
I think it's pretty close. If they are not mine,
Yeah.
they are pretty close.
Very good. Cool. So we're going to play this now for everybody. This is just to give everybody another sort of taste, another dimension of the man, the myth, the legend that is Eki Serepe. So not only is he a tech head, like artist, AI artist, pixel artist, but also a rap artist. And yeah, I'd like to maybe we can do a collaboration together.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, brother, definitely.
And I will be very grateful to be part of your work.
Definitely open to that, bro. Man, thank you. So here we go. This is called Que Llegue el Apagón, is it?
Perfect.
By Sean, or Sean, depending on where in the world you're listening.
Si me diesen a elegir hoy no salvaría el mundo. No critican al de arriba, tienen miedo al vagabundo. Llevo días sin dormir roncando en un sueño profundo. La pasta no la enseño, si la tengo me la fundo. Aún por cotizar todo lo que no he vivido. Esto no es para animar, aquí no vienen con silbidos a salvarte de tu mierda. Hasta Superman se ha ido, da igual que le roben si me importa quién ha sido. El agujero del bolsillo es lo único que crece. Estás entre barrotes dentro de celdas del Excel. La cara de perder contra masillas por un perfect. Su puta vida en verde, el vecino número 13. Defienden el reparto hambrientos de manera injusta. La muerte no la vida es lo único que asusta. Igual que frases mías caen a plomo y no gustan, manteniéndose eternas para siempre como Wu-Tang. Llevo días sin dormir, roncando en un sueño profundo. Frases mías caen a plomo y no gustan. Hasta Superman se ha ido. No se aplaude ni lo obvio. Nos vamos todos a la mierda. Lo tratan como un nuevo avance y solo es monopolio. Algo está pasando si me muevo por el odio. Convivimos con el bodrio, no se aplaude ni lo obvio. Estamos abstraídos en la habitación del opio. Ya no pierdo ni un segundo, el orgullo es lo que cuesta. Eres de la calle caballo, un enganchado a las apuestas. Dejas que desear la moto con las llaves puestas y disparo una barra en el revólver, otra muesca. Que llegue el apagón, nos vamos todos a la mierda. Volver a ser primates con los palos y las piedras. Sufrir el yermo frío, no pensar en lo que pierda. Ronco, nuca cola, economía libre en quiebra. Te siguen por la red para al final consumir más. Te corregirán mensajes que no digas lo que piensas. Ser cotorra involuntaria, hacer scroll y que te aburras. Estudia si no curras, anda, escúchate a Tupac.
Respect. Nice, nice shout out there to
Thank you.
Pac as well, man. A lot of respect. I think that's fantastic. Your production, your delivery, the music, everything is top notch. And you're still creating music. You created the music for what do you call it, for the Power Zerps as well. It sounded like a bit of a jazzy.
Yeah, I have in the COVID time, we all were in our rooms, and I bought a small pad, and I started to play with Ableton, and I started to do beats.
Yes.
One of these beats, I have a SoundCloud too, where you can check them, and one of these loops were taken for Power Serves. I was looking for something close to what I wanted to share, and that beat I think is pretty close.
Nice.
And you were you did your thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I shared with you an alternative.
Good one.
Yeah. Now I didn't create that myself, but I did add some things to it. So basically, I have a part of like what I like services that I offer to different people as well, and that I work with different projects. I have, how do we call it? I can license music, so I have access to licensed music. But I have a very good ear for music, and I like that search and to deep dive and to find music that I think will fit, and not just music, but sound and sound effects and stuff like this. And if I can't find the music, then I will try and create it myself as well. So then I was looking for something to suit yours, of where I felt was my feeling of the whole Power Zerps and that sort of thing. And then when I found the music, then I added on my own things to it as well, like, and just sort of layered my own voice and different like Power Zerps and things like this. It's nice to get creative. In the past, I made my own music, produced my own music, and it's definitely something I'd like to get back into. But I definitely need to get a better laptop for that type of thing as well. I'm very impressed and grateful that my laptop has survived this interview so far. What I was going to say to you, so I just want to just quickly go through a couple of other things, just in case I have missed anything. 1 second now, brother. Okay. Okay. So we have your Twitter pages there, XRP. The Power Zerps is I like that, like, your name is just all about XRP, and Zerps obviously being another sort of word for XRP. Power Zerps. I just think it's great that you got that name and that you could create that sort of.
I think it was pretty cool because we don't have very cool names or icons. We have some icons and we have some cool names, but I think new one. Not, I don't want to be the icon of XRP ledger, but I think a new thing that around of XRP board.
Absolutely, but like this, imagine like this could be like the icon of the XRPL, where people were talking about the different punks and which one represents the XRP. But like Power Zerps, I mean, another, like, I can help you if you want to sort of get philosophical and all this, but like this could be the representation of these guys. This is the XRP army and the battles that we've had to go through and all the ups and downs. You know what I mean? So like, we have to be warriors, and these are kind of like our alter egos in a sense, or these are like the warriors of the XRPL, representing each and every person who has been on the journey so far. So guys, get yourself a Power Zerp, minting on XRP Cafe. Right now we have the XRP on YouTube, okay, which is your own. It's another channel on YouTube. Right now you can see it has the Power Zerps video there.
Yeah.
We have XRP on Instagram. Again, I love because your name is unique. You basically can get.
I have been contacted by some Spanish people, and they say, "Oh motherfucker, this is so simplest, and
Yes.
it's a good idea because no one
Exactly.
did it before, no?" And I
Exactly.
was surprised that no one
Yeah,
did it before.
it's genius. It's genius in its simplicity. Beautiful, man. So that's the Instagram where you can see all of his other creations as well. Okay, I can see some of these pieces that I own myself. We have the XRP website. Okay, so here you can find. Do you have plans for creating tutorials as well? Is that something that's in the future?
It was the first idea. My first entrance here was talking with people from the Discord of XRP launch, and I was talking that we are always talking about prices, we are talking about beefs with other coins, and I was like,
Right.
okay, we don't have, well, we have the XRPL Foundation website, but there are not many documents, not many videos, and my idea is making content or helping others to make
Yes.
content, because my theory is that we have the rockstar developers that we have.
Yes.
We are not going to bring like a soccer team, someone from Ethereum, whatever, Bitcoin,
Right.
to help us,
Mhm.
because they have their feelings and they are fans of their technologies, and they are going, it's very weird that they are going to jump to us.
Right.
My theory is, let's make stairs, let's help people that want to learn,
Yes.
make this easy for them to try code a transaction, let's mint an NFT, see that XRPL is super easy to learn,
Yes.
because you, when think about coding, it's like, oh, a lot of lines. No. XRP is very easy. The problem is, no many people is spending time teaching. There are
Right.
people, but it's a bit sad that if you go to YouTube and search how to do this in XRPL, there are not many videos. And you
Right.
go to Ethereum and it's full of videos in
Right.
every language. So my idea, for example, Teku from Japan is now building a tutorials website portal, and I'm helping him to translate in Spanish, for example.
Oh, very nice.
It will be a new source of documentation and tutorials, and
Yes.
I will do the same. I want to do that for myself and sharing to other portals if they want.
Yes.
Videos to others to be curious about this technology, and okay, if you like, you have something to read or watch, because
Yes.
now there are not many sources.
No, I think that's fantastic, and it will only. It's like this whole philosophy of if you're selfless, there's no sort of there's no separation between being selfless and selfish. Okay, in the grander sense of the words, if you are selfish, okay, first of all, and you focus on yourself and develop yourself and work on yourself in a sort of healthy way, well, that will eventually become selfless, because you are creating something like better in yourself, which will eventually overflow and which will give back to the community, okay, and benefit people around you. But also then the reverse is true, where if you become selfless and you actually do things out of kindness and good for others without expectation of reward, it will eventually come back onto you, as in, you know what I mean, if we create like a better sort of environment, an ecosystem for everybody, well, that's a safe place for you to be and to grow and to exist, you know. So it's like what's good for me is good for you. What's good for you is good for me,
Yeah,
and and
even
this
if
is
you are selfish
yeah,
for yourself, the best approach to be better is going to be generous because it's going to grow the ecosystem and it's
yeah,
going to be better for you if you want exapial success.
mm-hmm,
So even if you are the worst people, selfish men in the world, be generous is going to help you to get
yes,
your. I'm not that kind, but I understand even to those that don't want to spend their time or sharing their time with a small tasks like me. I'm an example that you can do things.
yes,
They can be small things, but others are going to learn about you and they are going to copy you, and probably they are more skilled than you, and
right.
they are going to make better things for the community.
Yes, and this is the whole beauty of collaboration as well. In that, I would personally, I would love to be fluent in coding and programming, and I would love to learn that. I always feel like because I was definitely interested in that as a child, like in my early, even like maybe even like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. And I remember getting like teach yourself programming CD, and you had to learn code, which made like a car eventually drive down the road, you know. And then when I found chat online and communities online, then I found IRC and then MIRC.
Good times.
Yeah, and when I found MIRC, then I learned through the back end of that I could actually code and create my own interfaces for MIRC. And I was thinking outside the box, and I actually created like versions of MIRC where you had like MP3 players and video players and all this other stuff in the actual interface of MIRC chat. And I love sort of just getting creative with that. But then as I progressed through my teens, I all of that sort of dropped, and I didn't continue with it. Even though my love of computers never stopped, my love of technology never stopped. Uh, but I always felt like, man, I really wish I could just get back into that, and I'd love to just get creative with that as well. It's beautiful.
I think it's now it's the best moment because it's not like before that you have big books,
Right.
people,
Yeah.
teachers, or you have to be a hardcore
Right.
coding guy. Now it's super easy. No, it's not easy. You need time, no?
Yes.
You have the need, well, to spend some time in that, no? You have a
Yeah.
lot of hobbies. If you don't like to spend time, you are not never going to learn. But
Yes.
if you are focused in that now with ChatGPT, with people asking people,
Right.
it's maybe not super easy, but it's easier than 10 years ago, 20 years ago that
Right.
there were no this kind of help communities
Yes.
or artificial intelligence to help.
Yeah. Yeah. But and that's also like one thing I loved about. Okay, it's on XRP as well, but just in a general sense on the internet, one of the things I've always loved was just that sense of community where there was always forums and specialist forums, and if you ever have an issue or a problem, you can just go to these guys and ask a question, and another person on the other side of the world will take their time and expertise and just take the time to sit down and share the knowledge and wisdom with you
For free.
for free, a bit for the love and for the love of knowledge, I think. And it's like this thing of like, you know, it's like a candle can light a million candles, you know what I mean? One flame can light a million candles. And I've always been blessed, I think, to find these kind of communities and ecosystems as well, including like sort of I'm very much in love with the open source philosophy and the communities as well, and just this whole sense of giving for the sake of giving, because without sharing it as well, then the knowledge sort of dies. But by sharing it in any small way, you help to keep it alive and to pass it on to the next generation and help with what I believe is the natural evolution in humanity and the future of the world. You know,
Yeah.
like little things like this just make, you know, like what did they say, like to use like an XRP, a nod to XRP, ripples cause waves, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, but definitely in the XRPL, there's a huge sort of community, a sense of community around there as well, and also then, like if even if you're not a programmer yourself, you can collab with different people and create your own project, and everyone brings their own gifts and skills, and then I think you can create something special, you know.
Small things
Yeah.
like translations, small documents, a
Yeah.
video promoting something.
Right.
Super easy to help others,
Yeah.
even you are not a coder. And I think
Yes.
it's the next step of everyone who wants to help the community.
Absolutely. What was I going to say to you? Yeah. Ho- so remind me your name was again Jose.
Jose Antonio is
Jose.
the
Oh yeah, Jose Antonio. Very good. Um, do you? Oh, would your friends call you Josean? Was it
Josean or Jose, yeah, yeah.
Jose?
Yeah,
Do you
Jose. My closest friend is Josean.
Josean? Okay. And online, do you find people like shortening Eki Serape like to Eki or Ekis or?
Yeah, I saw that. I surprised because I don't know if it's too long for them or it's
Right.
just
So then it's interesting then when you say it's always nice to shorten it as well, and it but just it actually makes more sense now because XRP is XRP in Spanish, okay? But if you just call it like X, it's like X in Spanish. Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah.
pretty cool, man. What was I going to say to you? Yeah, brother, I really appreciate your time. Tell me if there's anything else that I've missed or anything else you'd like to discuss or talk about while I have you here.
I don't know. I think we talk about a lot of topics.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful to be here and thanks for your time. And I hope I was not very boring for you and or the audience.
Not at all.
And every time you want to do some collab or helping you with some interview or whatever, I'm totally open.
I appreciate it, brother. Again, just before you go, I forgot this the last time I did a live stream as well, but I actually have the 10 XRP giveaway and I have an NFT of a Power Zerps to give away as well. Right now, we haven't had any chats on the YouTube live chat. Guys, if you are watching, you have to write the messages on the XRP. You have to write the messages on the YouTube live chat, otherwise I can't see them. If you write the messages or comments on the Twitter post, I won't be able to see them until afterwards. But what I'm going to do right now is to bring up Twitter picker. Okay. I have one person is going to win 10 XRP. Now this person must have chosen the correct answer. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so we'll hopefully this works. Okay, these are all the entries. Okay, we had 14 entries so far. And if the first person didn't guess who the mystery guest was, well then I'll just move on to the next person. Okay, so here we go. Begin the draw. And Scott Rollerhead. This guy is so lucky, man. I don't know if you know this guy, but you can see his profile picture is of the Rude Boy, is from the Rude Boy collection. This guy is AKA also known as Bonkers. He's a very good guy, very just a sound guy. Like, let's see now if Bonkers or Scott actually chose the correct answer. So, well, I definitely saw a few correct answers. Okay. Okay, do you know what it is? Scott, I don't think he actually put down the comment of who he thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to give the 10 XRP away, so I'm going to choose between these two guys who actually got the right answer, okay? So we have GKongX and we have Stan, okay? So we're going to just do another an alternative take on this. I'm going to do a wheel spin. And just to make it all legit, we're going to keep this on the live stream. We have I never accept all. Never accept. It's just in me. I have to go to. I will always take those few seconds and go through the options, and rather than just accept all, you know. Okay, so we have Gkong X, and then we have Stan. Okay, so you two guys, one of you is about to win 10 XRP. Where is the? This is all live as you can. Okay, in the middle. Eki Serdepe, can we get a drum roll, please?
I can or not?
Give me a drum roll.
Terminal.
No, a drum roll. Give me like a. Hey, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Here we go, guys. And the winner is Stan. Congratulations, Stan.
Congrats.
You just won yourself 10 XRP. Excellent guess. Good man yourself. Thank you very much for entering. I love this as well. So Stan got the right answer, okay? But I love Gkong X or Marais Gassan's response. He said, power ZERPs, obviously, okay? And I said, why obviously? And then he says, cause it's morphin time. Okay, beautiful. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, Eki Serdepe, brother, hermano, much love and respect for you and for all of the things that you've done. Thank you for sharing your time and your insights, your wisdom, your knowledge. And I love your journey as well through how you started off in the younger days and how you've progressed artistically in different ways, but also then led a parallel path on the on the tech side of things as well. But you've never let go of either. And I wish you much luck and success in everything that you do. Que el Espíritu Universo te bendiga en todo lo que hagas, hermano mío.
Muchas gracias.
And yeah, if you've one comment or one sort of thing that you'd like to say to the people watching, to the XRPL community, or even to just in general, give me one comment that you'd like to say to everybody to leave us with.
Just follow Rude Boy because he's doing a fucking amazing work, and you have to support people that spend their time and their illusion and happiness with everyone and sharing his time with you guys. So you must do it.
Hey man, I appreciate that, brother. Much love and respect. Thank you always, and I hope to have you back here in a future episode at some point, and we'll see the development of Power ZERPs and your latest creations.
Fantastic. Have a good evening.
Over and out, brother. Thank you.